Hi guys! Today I'm sharing with you how to make this gorgeous mandala cake. Mandalas are intricate drawings with pen either in black or in beautiful colours. I've seen some gorgeous ones with a rainbow effect and I thought it would be the perfect birthday cake to help celebrate a girl's 11th birthday who's going to be having mandala drawings and all kinds of beautiful, amazing, creative things going on at her party. She's the daughter of one of my closest and best friends, Renee. I've got the details for their blog in the description box below. So the first thing I did was bake two 8-inch round orange peach cakes. It's one of our signature flavours that we've been making for about 8 or 9 years now, and it is always a huge hit. I've added a link below so that you can check out our recipe for this, as well as all of our other cake recipes to follow along with our tutorials. So I've gone ahead and layered the cake with beautiful shades of our buttercream and then done a gorgeous coat of aqua on the outside of the cake, just in a smooth finish. The birthday girl's favourite colours are aqua and lime green, so we've made sure that they are a big part of this cake, as well as a whole bunch of other pretty rainbow shades. The great thing about a rainbow cake is that you still get to decide on the exact shades. So instead of a red, I've gone for a raspberry pink, I have a lime green, and I have a bit more of a peachy shade instead of our orange. I also have a couple of round cookie cutters and I'm going to be using that along with a ruler to make sure that I know exactly where the centre of my cake is. And I have a bunch of different sizes of round piping tips. I really want to mix up the size of the lines and dots that I'm using in this mandala creation. So first I want to mark out where the centre of this cake is and place our first cookie cutter down. So we're looking at about 20.5 centimetres. I'll poke a little dot, come around to another spot. Okay, it looks like that's about our centre. And then I'm just going to place my cookie cutter down and make a very light impression. Then I can come back with a slightly larger one and make another mark. Okay, so now I'm going to start with my purple. I'm going to unscrew my coupler and place a number 5 piping tip on it. Screw that back up and we're ready to pipe. So I'm going to start by applying a little dollop to the centre and then switching to a number 2 piping tip. I'm just going to go around in a circle. I find staying raised up from the surface makes it a little bit easier to make a perfect circle. Now I'm going to join it to the dot. Now taking my number 5 again, I'm going to pipe around this circle. And the key is to just stop squeezing before you get there and drag. Now I'm going to come back and just make some dots with the number 3 in between these. Now switching to my teal blue, I'm just going to do big circles around, all the way around the edge of this. And then switching to a number 2, we're going to curve around these dots, lifting off and circling around. Even though it's just dots and lines, we still want this cake to have a little bit of a 3D effect. Now using a number 3 piping tip, I'm going to come along and make little petal shapes. Squeezing out to a point and back. And then still with our number 3 piping tip, we're just going to pipe a little semicircle of dots. Make sure you blunt off those edges a little bit. Now taking our gorgeous lime green, we're going to use a number 5 piping tip to pipe from point to point. And now we're going to come back with our number 2 in the same colour of green, and we're just going to pipe slightly smaller curves. Now moving on to our yellow with the number 3 tip, we're going to make some more petal shapes, starting not quite in the centre of each curve. I'm going to add 3 little dots into the centre of where each of these meet. And then I want to add little dots all around the inside. Back to a number 3 for our peachy orange shade. And then I'm going to do little dots around the outside. And then taking a number 3 tip with our pale pink, we're going to go from the center of these all the way out to the edge, which should be about the center of our peachy shade. And I'm not quite done with our light pinky yet. We're going to go ahead and make some gorgeous scrolls, just using the number 2 piping tip. Loop around and then loop around again. Now using a number 2, we're going to make a couple of little lines in our raspberry pink. 2 little small ones. And now with our number 5, we're going to pipe some little dots. And lastly, I'm just going to whip around all those little dots using a number 2 piping tip. Now that our cake's finished, I can see that I'm really not thrilled with how the centre turned out. It kind of ended up looking a bit like a wheel. So what I'm going to go ahead and do is just pipe some little dots using a number 2 piping tip in between each of those lines. And then I'm going to swoop around those dots. And this is also going to really add to the 3D dimension of this cake. And there you go guys, we have our gorgeous mandala cake. This turned out so stunning. I love doing lots of intricate piping, and you guys have been asking for more tutorials on piping in buttercream, so I hope that you liked this one. We can't wait to go and celebrate a gorgeous girl's 11th birthday with this amazing design cake.